Good morning. What is going on, NYU fam? I get on. Drop a voicemail, 804-592-6160. Come and pick me up. Meet me at the spot. Up all night to the sunrise. Pop back cool. Get ready for the ride. Don't it feel good? Don't it feel good? Don't it feel good? How you feel? Turn it up a notch. Pop up clean room. Everyday celebration. Take a trip vacation. You deserve a day. You deserve a day off. Working for too long, gotta keep back. Turn my cell phone off, wait till I get back. Ooh, yeah, this shit. Living my life with no regrets. So I title, link up, pull up on me. We just chillin', at the spot. What time? Anytime, link up, pull up on me. We just coolin', the chill spot. What time? Party time. I just wanna have fun. Come and beat me up, meet me at the spot. Up all night to the sunrise. Pop back cool, get ready for the ride. Don't it feel good? Don't it feel good? Don't it feel? Good morning. What is going on, everybody, and welcome to All Rise and Shine. It is I, and I am him, Pete Simonetti. I was about to go right into game season live. Pete, calm down, Pete. This is not game season. I'm always ready to call the ball of the game. You know what I'm saying? I'm always ready to sit back and call the ball of the game. So I was going into my regular game season live introduction, but what's up, everybody, on this beautiful Monday morning on July 15th? It is little Simonetti's birthday today. Well, he's not too little anymore, but anyway, I just wanted to shout that out. So this will not be the longest game season live. There I am again. This is not going to be the longest All Rise in the morning. Typically, I do an hour. I usually go an hour plus now because we get so many voicemails. But I'll sum this one up, probably a good, 35, 45 minutes. We'll go about that. And then, of course, tonight. And the reason that being too is tonight we do have the Home Run Derby. We are going to be live for that at 8 o'clock. So make sure you guys tune in, hang out with us. We're going to answer all of your questions about trades and really whatever you guys want to talk about. We're going to be sitting back right there and answering questions and just hanging out as a team. Whoever's going to join me. I don't have that list yet. But we're just going to be chilling there, having a good time, and, answering your guys' questions. But for this show today, there are a couple of things I do want to talk about, specifically the closer for the New York Yankees that we know Clay Holmes is and what the Yankees could do going forward. But I really want to break down Clay Holmes' numbers a little bit just on the surface, and that's really it. And go from there. Guys, if you don't mind, please smack that likey, hit that subby if you have not. We have indeed. I mean, I just get blown away by all of this. I mean, we just hit 30,000, and this morning I wake up. By the way, we had our most watched post-game season of all time yesterday in the huge loss from to the Baltimore Orioles. Over 7,000 views on that video. That is the most watched post-game season live ever. So I'm very, very excited about that. Very, very happy that post-game season live is really catching on now. And just like everything else we do, guys, if we commit to something, we keep doing it. We don't back out of it. We keep going full steam. And again, we have passed 30,300 plus subscribers already on our way to 30,400, and of course 31, 32, 33, 34. So I just want to thank everybody here before we even move forward. Again, guys, I cannot, and the team cannot thank you guys enough for your continued support day in and day out. Of no matter what the Yankees are doing, man, you guys are always here, and this is the best friggin' community that's ever been put together for the New York Yankees, and it's only getting bigger day by day. So continue to support, guys. Continue to tell your friends and family about NYYU. Let's start here with where the Yankees currently are. We talked about this on designated spitters. I got everything a little smaller here than I normally do. It's because there's a lot of numbers I want to go over today. But the Yankees are 58 wins before the All-Star break. That's good. That's a really good number. They are one game behind the Baltimore Orioles. Now, of course, we all would have felt very, very different if the New York Yankees swept the Orioles and they're going into the All-Star break one game up on Baltimore. But look, it is what it is. It wasn't meant to happen that way. Kind of sucks, but hey, what are you going to do? We're also 3.5 back. But the Boston Red Sox are only 3.5 back on the New York Yankees. So when a lot of people sit there, as I have since the beginning of the year, saying that this will likely be a 2-team race, I may be wrong about that. It looks like it might be a 3-team race, depending on what all these clubs do at the trade deadline. And I also said that in Nights at the Roundtable that I believe it's going to come down to the trade deadline on what's going to happen here, where who's going to kind of pull themselves from the pack and separate from the pack. The trade deadline to me is going to be that major, major test. I knew it was going to be a head-to-head clash all year. I made that prediction before there was ever a pitch thrown. And I said the trade deadline is what I'm looking at already as the major date on what is going to happen. Who is going to separate themselves from the pack. And one of the big things we know for the New York Yankees is their bullpen. We know that already. Our current closer, Clay Holmes, ladies and gentlemen, I'm just going to come out and say it. He has not been a good closer. Clay Holmes has also not been one of the better closers in baseball. He went on an unbelievable stretch. We all saw it. We all give him credit. We all tip of the cap to him. But ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to go over a lot of numbers here today. And I think there's even people in this chat who are probably going to sit back and go, wow, I didn't know it was really like that. So sit back, relax. Yes, Tyler, it's more than just bullpen help. We know that. I am specifically focusing right now on the current Yankee closer compared to his peers and why it may make a lot of sense for the Yankees in the second half to maybe deploy a closer by committee situation. Do I think they'll do it? No. Do I think they should? You might have a serious case for it. And it's not something I like. I don't like a closer by committee. I like having somebody that's there and ready to go. But we're going to talk about all that again, guys. Questions about trades, questions about the draft, all those questions, save them for tonight. 8 o'clock, home run derby. Look, I'm not sitting there calling every home run. We're going to be sitting here chilling, watching it with you guys, relaxing, and just having a good time talking as a team. So, again, all those questions via trades and all this, we got you guys covered tonight. Don't worry about that. But let's go ahead and take a look at Clay Holmes. Clay Holmes starts the year amazing. He starts the year great. Really looking like he is having one of the better years that a closer could have. One of the better years a Yankee closer has had in a long time. Doesn't give him a run for quite some time. I forgot how many innings it was, but I know it was really high up there. And you look at Clay Holmes' numbers now overall across the board, and you go, he's a good reliever. He's a good reliever. He's a good reliever. No question about that. That is not what this conversation is about. This conversation is not sitting there saying Clay Holmes is bad. That's not the conversation because he is a good reliever. The problem with Clay Holmes is there's legitimate numbers that tell you this guy cannot be the closer of this team. Could the Yankees possibly win with Holmes? You never know. Anything is possible. Baseball is very unpredictable. But the fact of the matter is there's a lot of numbers that you look at and you go, this can't really be it. This can't really be it. Beavis Lee Ray, I appreciate you, man. Thank you.
Thank you for being a friend.
Yesterday was the worst loss of the season. Sick of Volpe, sick of Holmes blowing games, and really sick of hearing Boone's greatest hits album of excuses. It's a great, great point. Clay Holmes is 1-4 on the year with a 2.77 ERA, 40 games, 21 saves, 39 innings pitched, okay? We're going to scroll down here and look at Clay Holmes' last 30. Well, why are we going to look at his last 30? Well, it's a lot of innings here. It's 29 innings. Mind you, 10 innings pitched besides that is the rest of his season. He's thrown 39 innings this year. I'm going to look at his his last 29 innings. It's a big sample size for a season. Hear me out when you hear these numbers. He is 0-4, a 3.72 ERA, 13 saves in that time, 29 innings, 30 hits, 9 walks, 35 Ks. That's good. 30 hits in 29 innings. Now, chat, if I were to ask you guys at the beginning of the season, and I want you guys to be honest with me because I remember a lot of the talk and a lot of the conversation. If I were to tell you you had 2 choices to move forward with as a closer, Clay Holmes or Craig Kimbrell, who would you guys have wanted to be the closer of the Yankees? Who would you guys have wanted to be the closer of the Yankees? I need to wait for your answers here because I know what a lot of people would have said. Uncle Rico, that's your answer, right? Clay Holmes. Let's only be fair here. I would have also probably said Clay Holmes. I would have said Clay Holmes also. Chris Perez says he would have went Craig Kimbrell. Cincy Tino says neither. Not part of what we're trying to do here, but appreciate you, man. A lot of people are saying Clay Holmes. I would have said Clay Holmes, right? Okay. The only reason I'm doing this is I know that there's a narrative that when we were going into the year and talking about the Yankees-Baltimore aspect, we never really talked about Clay Holmes, but we did talk about Craig Kimbrell. And we said the Baltimore Orioles closer this year is Craig Kimbrell. We know for a fact if there's a 1-run game, Craig Kimbrell's going to smack around. He's getting smacked around. We know we could beat him because he's not that great of a closer. I'm going to show you guys something here, and I think this is very valid. Again, Clay Holmes' numbers. His last 30 games, 0-4, a 3.72 ERA, 29 innings, 30 hits, 35 strikeouts. Focus in on hits. I'm going to go to Craig Kimbrell's last 30 games. 26 innings for Craig Kimbrell in these 30 games. 3.42 ERA. Not good, right? Nobody wants to hear their closer has an above 3 ERA and struggles. No problem. I get it. But here's the big difference, and I'm going to break this down even further for you. In 26 innings, 26 and 1/3 innings, Craig Kimbrell has allowed 15 hits. His biggest problem is the walk. So he's allowed over 30 base runners. Clay Holmes has allowed almost 40 base runners. There's a difference here. One guy walks a shit ton. The other guy gives up a shit ton of hits. Okay? In that time period, Craig Kimbrell has allowed about, 31 base runners. Clay Holmes almost 40. Neither one of these are good. But we all had an understanding that Craig Kimbrell's almost at his end. I would definitely choose Holmes over Craig Kimbrell going forward. He's probably going to be the better of the two. Well, he's not, but it goes even deeper than that. And this one is pretty damn telling here. If you look at, I'm going to see how many I got here before I go into this conversation here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. If you look at the top 14 closers in baseball via saves, meaning they've had the most opportunities. Via saves, most opportunities. Stay with me here. Nelson, what's up, brother? Stay with me here on this one. I'm going to pull the screen up. You guys aren't going to be able to see this as well, but it's very easy. Go to MLB, go to their stats, rank it by saves, and you're going to see what I'm looking at if you guys want to play along with me. If not, I'm going to read you everything. Out of these 14 guys, Clay Holmes has given up the most hits by a lot. By a lot. Are there guys that walk more batters? Yes. Duvall being one of those big guys in San Francisco. But he has given up a lot more hits and is not even close. And again, I want everybody to understand where I'm coming from here. I am not saying Clay Holmes is a bad reliever. I am not saying Clay Holmes sucks. Not at all. I think Clay Holmes is a good reliever. A very good reliever. I don't think Clay Holmes is a closer. He's not a closer. Again, let's go over this. Ryan Helsley, 32 saves, 42 innings, 32 hits. Emmanuel Clase, 44 innings, 25 hits. Kyle Finnegan, 40 innings, 28 hits. Craig Kimbrell, 35 innings, 18 hits. Iglesias, 35 innings, 21 hits. Robert Suarez, 37 innings, 26 hits. Clay Holmes, 39 innings, 41 hits. Alexis Diaz, 35 innings, 30 hits. Kenley Jensen, 33 innings, 23 hits. Josh Hader, 42 innings, 30 hits. Trevor McGill, 30 innings, 24 hits. David Bednar, 32 innings, 28 hits. Do you guys understand what I'm saying here? Closers that are good, the majority of these guys miss bats. The majority of these guys put batters away. You also look at whip. His is one of the hot. Clay Holmes is one of the highest. You look at opponent batting averages against. Ready for this? I'm going to go just down the line, and I'm going to let you guys know when Clay Holmes pops up. 211. This is batting average against. 211. 162. 190. 150. 169. 191. You getting a trend here? 263. Guess who that is? Clay Holmes. I'm going to read this again to you. Batting average against. Do you want this to be your closer? 211, 162, 190, 150, 169, 191, 263. I'll keep going down the list because the list should get worse, right? Okay. 229, 198, 196, 212, 222, 248, 183. These are all signs that simply point that Clay Holmes should not just be given the closer role and you move forward. Nothing points to him being a closer. Nothing has pointed to him being a closer besides some stretches of really good ball. But a closer needs to be consistent. A closer needs to be able to barrel down when he has to. Now, have the Yankees been spoiled? Yes, we had Mariano Rivera for years, who you can make an argument, according to Pedro Martinez, He's not only the greatest closer ever, he is one of the greatest pitchers of all time that's ever picked up a baseball. Throwing one pitch and making batters look silly just about his entire life. Just about his entire life, the guy's been doing this. So, as a matter of fact, I'm going to actually I want to look up another thing here. I'm trying to go by relievers. Let me see if I can actually do this by reliever. There's starters. Game started. I want to get away from game started. I'm looking up one more thing because I think I just put this one together. Those are all games started. These are all starting pitchers. There's another stat coming up for you guys. These are all starting pitchers. How do I get away from starters? I don't think I can. It's going by that. Okay. All right. Well, it is what it is anyway. But I do believe, matter of fact, I could look at it like this. Let's bring it up this way again. I believe Clay Holmes may actually have the highest opponent average against out of any closer in baseball. And yeah, he does. So he gets hit the hardest at any closer in baseball. Quite simply. But we're led to believe by many people this guy's elite. Clay Holmes is great. He's the guy we need there. He's not. And this is why I put out a tweet the other day. Well, yesterday I put this tweet out. And I said the New York Yankees may have to go by a closer by committee. Now, I know this is not always the most popular route. Again, here's my tweet. I have been asked a lot about the Yankees closer situation. I said it a few weeks ago. Closer by committee may have to be the way to go after the trade deadline. Now, you guys have heard me talk a lot about guys coming up in the system. Jack Neely not being up with the Yankees already, to me, is just about as batshit crazy as you can get. And to me, that is all on the New York Yankees. I don't know what this team is thinking the majority of the time, but Jack Neely not being up already right after this deadline, to me, will still continue to be shocking, and I just don't understand it. I don't get why he is not up. We know Efros is coming back. We'd expect that Hamilton should be back at some point. Birdie's expected to be back at some point. What I'm trying to say here is the Yankees have a lot of options that is going to be presented to them. They also have the ability to make trades. So what I'm trying to say here is the current bullpen should look a lot different compared to when the deadline is over. At least we hope. We hope that that is the case. And maybe in that regard, the Yankees could utilize a closer by committee based on the situation. If there's 3 right-handers up, maybe Clay Holmes is your guy. If there's a tough lefty and a few others, maybe you go another route. If it's the top of the order and you need somebody to K batters, you want to gotta strike guys out, maybe it's somebody else you go to. I don't know if Aaron Boone is capable of something like that. I don't know if he has the mental capacity. I don't know if he has the gut feeling, the baseball instinct to do something like that. I don't know. But what I do know is they got to be very careful how they move forward with a guy like Clay Holmes being their closer. It's that simple. The numbers show you, folks, closers cannot get hit hard. The guy gives up more hits than innings pitched. That is a huge red flag. He does not have a put away pitch. There's a lot of issues with Clay Holmes. Again, disclaimer, before anybody goes out there and goes, you said Holmes, no. Clay Holmes does not suck. Clay Holmes is a good reliever, a very good reliever at moments. He is not a closer, nor should he be looked upon as one. That's simple. That is my beef. That is my debate. And I think the questions I already threw out here are very, very valid points regarding Clay Holmes. That is honestly my spiel for you guys today. That is honestly the thing I wanted to talk about today. Now I'm going to leave it up to your voicemails. That's all I have, folks. I just wanted to let that part be known that for a lot of the people there that was going, the best closer ever, he hasn't given up a run, this and that, And all I continue to tell people, wait. Wait. I can give you stretches of many people. You want to go on stretches? I could give you stretches. How about Dellin Betances' first 2 or 3 years? He never closed. We had somebody else there. But maybe one of the most dominating relievers during that time span that you could put against almost anybody. Dellin Betances. Andrew Miller at a stretch for the Yankees. Rafael Soriano, a stretch for the Yankees. You can't base a player off of a good stretch. Look at the collective body of work is what you have to do. That's why a lot of times there's those little gotchas. I got you. But look at this right here. Hey, look at this number. Hey, woo. I could find numbers for anybody. Anybody could find numbers for anybody to support a narrative you want to push. That's what makes baseball a beautiful sport. Because guess what, folks? I'll raise my hand and I'll be first here. I've been wrong too, many times. Baseball's one of the hardest games to predict. There is nothing wrong with having an opinion, and your opinion is either right or your opinion is either wrong. Who cares? Who cares? But the fact of the matter is, the overall body of work, what you'd want from a closer, does not support Clay Holmes. It just doesn't support Clay Holmes. It doesn't. The highest opponent batting average among closers. The most hits given up among closers. He is not a put-away pitcher. Very good reliever. Just doesn't fit the bill as a closer, and I'm sorry. That's all there is to it. It's the way I feel about it. Can Clay Holmes go on one of those runs to finish the year? I hope he does. Because I know the Yankees are going to likely leave him as a closer no matter what they do. That's what they're going to do. Because guess what? The Yankees have already committed to it. And the Yankees have a major problem of not admitting when they're wrong. It's very simple for a team. Brian Cashman has an ego. He has a very tough time doing this. Oh, it's a wrong move. Let me just move off of this person. Let me go ahead and move off. And when you're the New York Yankees, you can make that. That's very easy for you to do. You got a lot of money. Guys got a lot of money out there. A lot of things you could do in that regard. But the Yankees, they'll stick with it. They won't stop. They'll stay with it until the very end. And then they'll go, we need a closer in the offseason, guys. We need a closer in the offseason. Okay. What happened 3 months ago? Oh, okay. Nice. That's what the Yankees do. That is what the Yankees do. Let's go ahead and get into your guys' voicemails. I'm going to get into quite a few of these. We got a shit ton again. And, at this point, guys, I'm going to tell you this. I'm just going to stop saying we got a shit ton. Because NYU is growing so much, we're always going to have a lot of voicemails nowadays. When we started the show, we didn't, but now we do. And it's not going to slow down. And I thank you guys for that. Let's go ahead and get into the voicemails.
Pete, all
Yo!
rise. Time.
What's up, man?
Uncle Dom here.
There he is.
Night goes into day goes into night for me at these days, but we keep on keeping on. Touching on that horrible ending yesterday, I don't even talk about the game, but let's talk about some interviews or non-interviews. So Volpe wasn't near his locker. Never saw him. Manager shielded him. That's his boy. That's his son. Doesn't want him to grow. Doesn't want him to face the heat. He has to. Part of baseball. Part of being a man. Now, Volpe's the kind of kid that you want your daughter to marry, but he may not be the kid that you want to get the last out in a World Series as far as fielding goes. Just saying. We're going to have to see. But just thinking about it. Verdugo stood by his locker, fielded every stupid question and non-stupid question, and took it like a man. Holmes, very similar to the manager. The lad is competing, participating. Everybody gets a trophy. What happened
Mindset
to
of the
Boone
manager.
where he was, Savages in the box guy? What happened to that guy?
That was
We
always
went
bullshit.
from that to now just being right in front of us. Let's compete. Let's prepare with good preparation. Good prep work, boys. We have the prep work. Now let's make the cupcakes. Grind those fucking cupcakes, like I said before, and fucking smarten up. We're tired of this bullshit. Accountability, and let your young players take some of that heat by giving them some of that heat. Show it. Love you guys. See you tonight. Home run derby, baby.
Thank you, Dom. And I think you had another one right after that.
Pete, one more thing, Uncle Dom. No Clay Holmes All-Star game. Relinquish it. Give it a Weaver. And I'll tell you this. Give it.
I said that.
Maybe give it a Tonkin. Michael Tonkin truck. All right? Both better than Holmes. Both capable and should be going to an All-Star game. Let's make it happen. Do the right thing. Holmes, relinquish it. Bye, guys.
Appreciate you, Uncle Dom. I do believe that, and I'm going to see if I can find it really quickly. I do believe that Anthony Volpe did make comments, and he basically said something along the lines of, he needs to make that play, something along the lines there. I'm sorry if I get this wrong, but he did speak about it, and he basically said that is a routine ground ball, and he got to move his feet better. And he didn't feel like he was in the best position for the ball. Something like that. I mean, look, man, I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm a major league ball player. I'm not. Anthony Volpe is a better ball player than I ever could have imagined to be. So I'm not gonna knock that. I'm also never the guy to knock a players, or they're lazy, and I don't like doing that. These guys are professional athletes. They've been working since they were in the single digits of ages, and working very, very hard at, I believe, the hardest game to play in the world. So I completely understand that. But I also know ball, and I've been doing this now for a while, and I've always focused very, very much on the game. I love this game. I live this game. And let's get fucking real here for a second. Bro, that's a routine play. There is nothing you need to talk about. My footwork that didn't happen. If somebody were to ask me, I think you guys kind of know how Pete is by now. I just tell you. You like it, you like it. You don't, you don't. Okay. All right, no big deal. I would look to the camera and I would say, I cost us today's game. I botched that play. That's a routine ground ball that I have to make. I got to make that play 100 times out of 100 times. That's what I've been training my whole life to do. I botched it. I don't need to go into detail with you, media, who's never probably picked up a baseball bat in your life. Hell, I don't even have to go ahead and explain my reason to you, Pete Simonetti. Who are you? But I will be accountable, and I will simply say, I shit the bed. I dropped the ball. I lost this game. That's simple. That's the easiest way about this. And Aaron Boone went on his spiel, and you guys already know how Aaron Boone is. I want to show you guys something here. Look, I'm the first one to want the sweep yesterday. I'm the first one that wants to get on the back of the Yankees and go, let's go. Come on, guys. We're fucking better again. I'm going to tell you guys this because you guys have heard me say this for a long time. And this is why I love doing YouTube, and I love doing this as much as we do it every single day. My opinion hasn't changed. I've been telling you guys for a while. There's some of you guys getting angry at me about it. I think this is the worst roster that they're going to have this year. I think going forward after the deadline, I'm not going to give an opinion until after the deadline. But I do believe the Yankees are going to be a much different looking team in August. Will I be right? I don't know. That's why I've said, let me wait to the 30th and we'll see what they do. Let me wait to see what the moves are externally. Let me see what the call-ups are internally. When I know all that, I'll give you a better answer. But, for Aaron Boone to say yesterday, everything is okay, and we're turning the corner. He used both of his lines yesterday. Turning the corner, and what the hell was the other one? It's right in front of us. He doubled down on both of them, and I believe he's trolling. I really fucking do. I believe this guy's trolling.
I just felt like it was kind of bullying, frankly.
Under my umbrella, hey.
I believe he was trolling. And I really feel like at this point he is, because you can't be this stupid. To say the team is turning the corner, let me see what corner we're turning. All right, guys, this is the schedule. Take a look at the corner with me. Guy LaSorsa says is right in front of us. Was a damn sweep. No doubt about it. But let's take a look at this together, right? Here we go. Right in front of us. We got swept by the Reds. We've lost 2 or 3 to the Red Sox. We lost 2 or 3 to the Rays. And we won 2 of 3 against the also struggling Baltimore Orioles. We're turning a corner. How? Can somebody explain to me how that means we're turning the corner? How does that mean we are turning the corner? Think about that for a second. That is the manager of the New York Yankees. They just won their first series in ages. But now, hey, man, we're turning the corner. Let's go. Giddy up. Yet, a lot of the ugly heads on this team poked his head out yesterday in one of the worst losses of the year. But, ladies and guys, take it easy. We won the previous 2 games. We turned the corner. Everything's better, guys. What are you getting so upset about? We won the last 2 games. We turned the corner. We won a series. Yeah, that's awesome. I'm very happy. And specifically, I'm happy that you guys won it against Baltimore, because we got to win those series. So you know what? Congrats. Salute to you guys. But a 3-game set is now forgetting the rest of the month? Well, you almost lost every game? But that's turning the corner? So if the Yankees were to come out, they start against the Rays. If they were to come out and lose a series again, have they turned the corner? What would Aaron Boone's comments before the All-Star break do? Again, it is more bullshit. It is more Yankee propaganda. It is more participation trophy. It is more to each his own. Have a cupcake. Let me massage your back. Everything is fine in Yankee world. It is more of the same. It is more of the same, and that is my problem. Let's keep the voicemails going, man.
Hey Pete, Macho King in the house. How you doing? To the underground. I was looking forward to a sweep going into the All-Star break, but cardiac, gold clay feet, Holmes couldn't close the deal yet again. Then at this point in time, should be stuffed in a trunk and driven out to Canarsie. And Doggy ain't looking too fresh out there. I have a theory that the key to his playing is the addition or subtraction of gold chains. Now, I believe in Verdugo's case, if we add more, he'll be more aerodynamically gifted off the jump. And that's a scientific fact, dig it. And Volpe's in a dilemma because he gets a bowl of plain noodles in front of his face. Then he don't know whether to put soy sauce or tomato sauce on him. Let me tell you right now, it's always tomato sauce, yeah. No one ever called it gravy, dig it. And Beta Meal Bad Boone pulled out every excuse in his playbook, which consists of about a triple-spaced paragraph on a post-it note, yeah. His teachers in school let him play Candyland in the back of the classroom so he wouldn't infect the other kids with his stupidity. But anyway, it's the All-Star break and we can regroup and see if Trash Can pulls his head out of his ass and makes some moves. Because with this team playing like a bunch of drunken wrestlers on roller skates, we can expect nothing or everything at any time imaginable, dig it. So everybody stay cool and have a Macho Monday. Ooh, yeah! Macho!
There it is. Oh, that's my Macho King. Oh, there's nobody like him, folks.
Cup of coffee in the big time, yeah. Cup of coffee in the big time.
Hey, man, put some noodles. He got some noodles in front of him. Doesn't know what to put, soy sauce or tomato sauce. There's nobody like Macho King. The man knows how to use some words, okay? Let's keep it going, guys.
Hey, Pete, Gary.
Yo!
Tough loss.
Okay.
Really can't blame Boone for it.
Okay,
But
no
the players
blaming Boone, okay?
You definitely blame, but I know they built up Volpe, but in my opinion, this kid's just average. He isn't going to be what they say he's going to be. I mean, Peraza to me is a better player, he's a better fielder, but for some reason they crap on him. And if I was him, if he has an agent at all, I would tell him, just get me off this team. My second point is, when you run a business, it could be anything, a sports franchise or just a business in general. When you had people in place for as long as they've had, after a while things get stale.
Correct, I agree.
And you come to a point where you basically can go any further because you've done the same thing for so long and it doesn't work. It's time for change. Cal really needs seriously to consider getting rid of Boone and Cashman and hiring maybe Sabian or Mania and have them clean house.
Yeah.
Have a whole new scouting staff because a lot of their players that they hype up, the kid they just brought up, they send him back down. For what? For 3 days and you send him back down?
Very poor of the Yankees.
Torres is not going to be your second baseman in the future.
Exactly.
They keep doing the same garbage over and over and over. Excuse me, and expect a different result.
Yep.
And it's not going to happen. So changes have to be made. There comes to a point where you just can't keep doing the same thing over and over and over and expect different results.
Definition of
Now,
insanity.
it was a very bad loss because, he hits the home run and puts him up and then he just blow the game. And he's not, they need a closer. That's all there is to it. They need a closer.
Yeah.
Until they figure that out, this team is not going anywhere, unfortunately. But, it's just that's the way it is. All right. Good luck to everybody. Hope everybody's doing well. And remember you, baby. Talk to you later. Bye.
Appreciate you, Gary. And I'll touch on something that you said there because it makes a lot of sense. One of the main things that you said there was you mentioned, Brian Sabian. I think you might have also mentioned Omar Minaya too. When you have that in your pool already, it's not that hard to say, let's make a change. And I'm not talking about Hal Steinbrenner doing that with Brian Cashman right now. But I think Hal Steinbrenner, after a potential, if they were to lose again this year and they're out of things and all that, I think Hal Steinbrenner eventually is just going to have to do that. And I've been saying for a long time, Hal Steinbrenner has a lot more patience than I do. And I just feel like he has a lot less care, of course, than I do. Because at the end of the day, I know for a fact I couldn't sit back and watch what's happening, and I'm getting hit with tomatoes. I'm sitting back going, I got a $300+ million payroll. I made sure we got Juan Soto. I made sure we brought back Aaron Judge. I did all this. And I'm catching strays over here? No. Not gonna happen. Because of that. Because of that. It ain't gonna happen because of that. I'm the fucking boss. That's why it's not gonna happen. So you're gone. Boone, you're gone. Both of you are out. Oh, I may not trust anybody of running the organization the way Cashman did, blah, blah, blah. Well, guess what? You got 2 executives. 3 executives, actually. And it might be more than that I know of. That have worked as GMs, that know the job and know what to do. Jim Hendry, Omar Minaya, and Brian Sabian. It's very simple to go, I need to interview you 3. Let's have a conversation. Give me a plan of what you would do for the organization as a whole. What would your philosophy be? What would be very different than what it was? I want to know all of that. Give me a presentation. I got all the time in the world. And you make your pick as the boss would. You make your choice and your decision. So this idea by a lot of these beat writers that go, oh, but he wouldn't know what to do without Brian Cashman. He wouldn't know what to do. They're like brothers. They grew up together. Cute. Cute. This ain't personal. This is business. You've overstayed your welcome. It's that simple. You've overstayed your welcome. Time to make a change and move on. And if you're worried about how things would run, again, 3 dudes chilling in your organization that have been there and done that. Turn it over to them. Do what you guys got to do. You got my full support. That's it. It's not that hard.
Hey, Pete, your boy Simon calling from Bella Vista.
There
New
he
Haven,
is.
Connecticut. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Another loss, darn it. Clay Holmes is not a good closer. I think he's worse than Chapman. Pete, I wanted to ask you, I heard there was some talk that the Brewers DFA'd that pitcher that used to pitch for the Astros, Dallas Keuchel. Could you see the Yankees maybe making a play for him, maybe for the rotation, or maybe he could be a closer for the Yanks? Because, Keuchel's pretty good, He beat us when we played him, in the Astros a couple of years back. I want to know what you think, because I really think we could use Keuchel on this team. I really do. To either strengthen our rotation, maybe be a closer, because let's face it, Holmes is not good. He's worse than Chapman, throws wild and stuff, I'm telling you. And we still got to get rid of Boone. I hope they get rid of him soon. He does not know how to manage. He proved it again yesterday. Well, you have a good day, Pete. Rock on. NYY Underground forever. Smacky the likey, hitty the subby. And remember, Aaron Judge is a gift from God. And Hal, please fire Boone sometime soon. Please. Thanks. Bye.
Yeah, Simon, I can sum up your voicemail really, really quick. No. On Dallas Keuchel. Dallas Keuchel is nowhere near the same pitcher he used to be, and it'll be a waste. If you wanted Dallas Keuchel, you might as well just call up. I'd rather call up Will Warren. I'd rather call up anybody else in the Yankee system right now that is actually pitching and is young. There's no reason to go to a Dallas Keuchel, especially not even out the bullpen. That's absolutely wild, man. But good chance over there.
Yeah, what up, Simonetti? It is the one
There
on
he
the phone.
is.
Anybody DJ Stilio with the book calling in again. How you doing, buddy? How you doing? Happy Monday, man. We needed the Yankees needed the All-Star break to come quick, man, because they need to relax and just recharge their batteries after this awful performance the past month and a half now, almost 2 months now?
Yes, sir.
It was bad, bro. Like, damn. For the second half, I do expect Judge and Soto to keep doing their thing. I do feel Ben Rice is going to stay up here, man, even with Anthony Rizzo coming back. And Stan,
if he comes
I hope he hope he continues to be the same guy that he was before he went down, man, because we need him in the lineup. And starting pitching, man, Luis Hill, he'll go to the bullpen. Sorry, it's a little loud. I'm driving in the city right now. Okay, hey, the roads are bad. But yeah, Luis Hill, I hope he goes into the bullpen. Clay Holmes, he cannot be the starter. He can't be the closer anymore, man. I can't, man. I can't continue to watch Mariano Holmes fucking blow save after save after save. Anyways, man, before I go, let me hit you with a little jokey joke.
Okay.
So the other day I went to Six Flags and I saw an addict get kicked out. Apparently he was cutting a line. Gotta go. Peace.
Oh, cutting a line. I get it. At first, I was like, I didn't get this one. Mid-tier. I was all right. That was a pretty good one. That was better. That doesn't deserve. And they're throwing tomatoes. I was going to say that doesn't deserve tomatoes, in my opinion. They're throwing tomatoes. He got a book. The guy got to utilize the book. He was at Six Flags. The guy, he threw out a fiend. He's cutting a line. Get it? Fiend, cutting line, bada bing, bada boom, smacky the like, hitty the sub. They're throwing tomatoes. I don't know what to tell you, man. I'm trying, what is it over a trying to cut lines, okay? Smacking the like, he's hitting the sub. The guy's going all over the place.
Pete, it's your boy Chandler calling in, man.
Oh, I had a point
I'm
on
still
Steels too.
demoralized from the loss yesterday. I know I thought we were going to go into the break in first place, but, Clay Holmes, Anthony Volpe, and Verdugo ruined that.
Yep.
Hopefully that doesn't ruin their confidence and stuff, because all in all, they did hit better this series. So we'll see what happens as far as that.
Agreed, man. Thank you for the voice, man. I wanted to say something else on DJ Steele's voicemail there. Efros and Stanton are expected back for the Mets series. So that's the fourth game after the All-Star break. They got 3 against Tampa, and then I believe they got 2 against the Mets at Yankee Stadium. So they do start at home right after the break, and the understanding there again is that Stanton and Efros could be back for the Mets series. That's a could be. That was reported by one of the beat writers. I forgot who it was, but there's a could be in that regard, so we'll see what happens. Let's get to one more today, guys, then we're going to get ready to wrap up the show.
Yo, what's up, NYY? What's up, chat? What's up, Pete? This is Nelson from the Bronx, you heard?
What's up, my guy?
It's been a while, but listen,
4 against the Rays, thank you.
I'm getting tired of the Yankees, man. I've been a Yankee fan since I came out of my mother's vagina, man. And
hey, yo,
it's crazy when the Yankees bring up a young player. Let him. I'm not sure if he got in that bat or not. I'm not
he
sure,
didn't. He never appeared in
I
anything.
don't think he played in those 3 games. I'm not sure. I have to look at the the reviews again. But listen, Pete, I think it's time to maybe call up Jack Neely. I'm not saying you put him in the closer role immediately. Maybe he can close once in a while and give, Cardiac player a rest here and there from blowing shit. How can you have you was good earlier in the season and then now you shit, the league leader in blown saves. The other thing, I'm not a big fan of Jazz Chisholm, bro. I'm not. I like his attitude. Pop, he's out there, but I just don't know if the limelight of New York City is going to accept him. I'm not sure, bro. I am not. I prefer Luis Rufino from Los Angeles. For me, bro, I'm not going to lie to you. I am not going to lie to you. They need to get Ryan Vincent Kennedy McMahon. That's what they really need to do. AKA Vincent Man.
Ryan Vincent Kennedy
They
McMahon.
need to bring McMahon. Yo, he is playing well for Colorado. You know what that player would do for us, especially at third base? Listen, I'll put LeMayu in that deal just so they can send him back to fucking Colorado because Mayu will probably play better over there than he's doing here.
I don't think he's playing better anywhere, to be honest.
To be honest, you're probably going to have to give up somebody. Not Jones and not Dominguez for McMahon. You have to give her either Hampton or Warren. But my brother, I went over the time limit. I'll talk to you later. Respect.
Nah, man, you're all good. You're all good. We got about a 2-minute time limit on All Rise. But no, you made a lot of valid points there. I don't think DJ LeMayu will hit better in Colorado, but I don't think they'd even want him, to be honest. He just feels like he's shaping up to be a DFA candidate, to be honest, for the Yanks, and they got to have to deal with whatever they owe him. It is what it is. As part of being the Yankees, you do got a lot of money. You can afford that better than most clubs can, and that's all there is to it. When it comes to, trades, guys, 8 o'clock tonight, we are going to be live. 8 p.m. for the Home Run Derby. Ask all the trade conversations you want. Well, we'll talk about it the entire time. We're literally just going to be chilling, watching a Home Run Derby, and you guys can come in, hang out with us, talk, all that fun stuff. Other than that, I about the last voicemail too, when it came to Jazz Chisholm, I also haven't heard the greatest things about Jazz Chisholm, and you hear things around the league and you hear things from people saying stuff. I don't necessarily always know what to fully believe, but there has been some talk about Jazz Chisholm not being the greatest clubhouse guy. I don't know exactly what it is. I don't like putting that on somebody without truly knowing, but there has definitely been a fair amount of rumors regarding Jazz Chisholm in teams in the clubhouse. So I don't know if that's going to fit the vibes for the Yankees. I have no idea. Alex says, think Stanton no rehab is smart. They got many ways to try to get somebody prepared, but I always believe a rehab assignment is good. I would like to see him probably do a rehab assignment, to be honest, even if it's like 3 games or something quick. But if they feel they don't need it, get him back out there. All he does is hit, so get him in the batter's box, let him take some maybe simulated games and go from there, but we'll see. But guys, again, I appreciate each and every one of you. Again, a shorter episode today because 8 o'clock tonight, we're going to have a lot to talk about during the Home Run Derby. Chill with us, hang out with us, let's have a great time. Until then, guys, I will see you later tonight at 8 p.m. live on the U. See you guys then. You're the best.
It's heavy. Famous love. Yeah, I gotta keep it trendy on my soul. I'm the most selfish person that I know. Here we go, down the rabbit hole. Got a couple carrots around my neck. Self-respect, when you out of line, you put yourself in check. They don't hear me, they don't hear me though. Cycles going round and round and round like a merry-go. Stand for truth, or fall for any old scenario. That's why I keep my circle smaller than a Cheerio. Cause this the company you keep. Stay woke, please don't get caught sleep. End up, sowing what you reap. Know your worth, and don't sell cheap. The ghost is inside of me, can't take it out of me.